if C is the product of consecutive integers A and B, then C must be. So here are some special keywords. So product is a number, for example, I say 3 times 4. So 3 and 4 are the product. They are called the product. So a product is a number multiplying a number. So we know what product is. Moving on, consecutive integers. Now, consecutive means a number keep on following another one. So, for example, let's start with 1. So the consecutive means following. So that means 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we keep on going. Let's do another example. For example, 40. Now, consecutive means moving on to another one, right? So 40, 41, and then 42, and then we keep on moving on. But here it says A and B, so there are only 2 numbers. So that means there are only 2 consecutive integers. So we don't need to write a lot of integers like this one and this one. We can just write 2 of them. So let's just estimate A is 1 and B is 2. Now, if A is 1 and B is 2, that means because we're calculating the product. So 1 times 2 is 2, and for example, question A, it says greater than A plus B. So A plus B, first of all, is 3. So let's just write 3. And 1 times 2 is 2. So is 2 greater than 3? Well, that's not true. So it is definitely not correct. Moving on, B, an odd integer. Well, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 is a even number. It's an even number. So if we do another example, for example, let's do A is 31 and B is 32. Now 31 times 2 is, let's give us 3 and then 9 and then 2, 6. Okay, so we calculated them, and as you can see, the answer is 992. And 992 is an even number, so B is not correct. Now, is it a positive integer? Well, from what we calculated here, it is all positive. What if we say A is -1 and B is 0? Well, -1 times 0 is 0, and 0 is not a positive integer, and it is also not a negative integer. So C is not correct. Now moving on to D, we know that A, B, C is all wrong. So that makes D correct. But we can also try doing D. So is it an even number? From what we saw here, 1 times 2 is 2. It is an even number. 992 is also an even number. 0 is also an even number. If we say, for example, let's do one last example. So if A is -9 and B is -2, 8, for example. Well, negative 9 times negative 8 is 72. The reason it is not a negative is because negative times negative times negative gives a positive. So negative negative is positive. And positive is also positive. So negative negative is positive. That's why it is a positive 72. Well, that's not important, but 72 is an even number, so it is correct. So the answer is D.